Title sponsor, Khalti Digital Wallet.
सरल भुक्तानी, सही भुक्तानी। खल्ती, पैसाको नयाँ ठेगाना।
Supported by
समृद्धिको लागि सिभिल बैंक,
Sulabh Health.
My poetry is not sophisticated like others. It's not sitting on the couch, feeling cool air, brushing your hair, wrapping your hands round perfect cup of coffee. It's rather complicated, sickening, I suppose. It's having white pills for colored candies, slow poison for coffee, tormenting thoughts and dim lights, bleeding poetry in those lonely nights. My poetry is having millions of thoughts battling like little emperors in the ground of my dusty mind. Don't know what for. Arguing, replying, replaying, repeating and repeating and repeating until my mind clearly shuts down, until it crashes and those little emperors die with their blood oozing out of my wrist. Weeping has been nothing new when I've been mourning my whole life. Breathing has only been a requisite for me to stay alive. My poetry is my mother, who drapes agonizing pain with her faint smile. Her voice as smooth as silk dripping honey that even the violence envy. It is the eyes of my mother that shed tears at night like words from my pen. It is the heart of my mother, like an abandoned shelter, boon for the poor, comforting for the desperate, beautiful for the lovers, but lonely on its own. My poetry is silencing the angels and uniting with the devils of lust, losing my innocence and letting demons satisfy their thirst. It is the regret I yield after luxuriating myself in my guilty pleasures, where once flooded rain of freedom now remains a cold dry desert. My poetry is a collection of love letters, saved as draft, pending to be sent to the one who tore me apart when he had promised to mend. They are the cries of longing for the one who let me go, the random quotes I write around or the beautiful unfinished prose. Now and again I turn the pages of our story that is already ended. I wish to elongate, edit, fix. I know I could have made some changes. But I was a fool. I took it for love. Stupid me, thinking I was finally good enough. My poetry is the wonders I'm bestowed with by Mother Nature every morning, the wind caressing my hair and the freshness of the chilly morning air. It is the grey skies that surround me by an unmitigated gloom. It is the universe I create inside my own four-walled room. It is the heavy clouds in the sky like heavy hearts holding oceans of emotions to be released, to be relieved. They remind me that better things come, sometimes by letting go. Beauty lies in pain, you never know. My poetry is my father, who doesn't understand how hard I'm trying to breathe out of suffocation and pressure. It is his eyes of disappointment that ignore my existence underneath the same roof. It is his sharp words that pierce my heart as I bleed poetry. It is his love that reminds me I'm never good enough. I wish I could be who he wanted me to be. But Daddy, as I extend my roots to meet your so-called expectations, my body and mind tears apart. I'm not that flexible, Daddy. I'm as much human as you are. And as you wished I had understood your pain, I wish I was never your pain. I wish I was never your pain. My poetry is writing my feelings because I can't share due to this lump in my throat, that tells me that I'll cry, the cry that I don't want others to see, or else they'll know I'm weak, and if they know I'm weak, I'll admit I'm weak. Too weak to cry, too weak to try. I keep asking myself why everything makes me want to die. My poetry is all that I am, it's all that I feel. It is me picking up my broken pieces, creating modern art from my mess. My poetry is not perfect, well, so aren't I. It doesn't rhyme, follow a pattern, or say things that are wise. My poetry is traveling through an uncertain journey of life. It is obscure, scared, and searching for light. My poetry is average, weak, and sometimes great. It's just the chaos that I can't put straight. My poetry might only be a jumble of words for you, but Holy Bible for me. Poetry is my only friend that comforts me. My protection when I'm in a hailstorm of emotions, answers to my endless questions, faith to my shaking beliefs. My poetry has saved me by freeing my soul from my own body. When every day has been hell, poetry has been my salvation. I'm grateful for when I had a choice, I took a pen and not a blade. Well, it's nothing, you see, just something I write, but everything I feel.